I got all the plaques behind me on the players, the outstanding offense, defense, special. Good.
How's it going? This is Matthew Davidson from Friday Night Glory, and I'm here with Bakari Middleton, receiver, quarterback, safety, athlete, period, for the Grand Prairie Gophers. Bakari, coming into this season, what kind of things did you do to prepare yourself?
We had a great program, off-season program, and then our summer program, Summer Success. We put in work in that. Had great opportunities to get better and stuff like that.
How does it feel for you to have the coaches lean on you to use you and utilize you in so many positions? What does that do for you?
It just motivated me to do better, to be a better football player, a better teammate, better, yeah.
So I just want to ask, in your 40, what did you run in your 40?
Because I moved during the off-season to Arlington Heights and Fort Worth, and I came back, I ran the 4.59 there.
Okay. 4.59, that's pretty fast. All right, so on defense, what do you consider yourself, a speed safety or hard-hitting safety or just a coverage safety, or are you just balanced?
Yeah, it don't matter to me. You got to ask Lil Bartel about that.
So as far as playing receiver on offense, and then I see at quarterback you're running a little bit of option, what we saw is speed, agility. We saw everything that you want in a good football player, and you have it all. So I'm saying this year, like, what kind of goals do you have for yourself in this season?
Myself, just help me get my team to the playoffs. Me and my team, we deserve it.
Oh, yeah, and you guys definitely do. It's been a drought for a while, and I think seeing you guys here, you can take care of the Irving schools, and you can take care of your part in district. I can see you guys getting into the playoffs. So what do you have to say about that?
We just got to keep going hard in practice. Just keep doing what we do on a daily basis.
So what kind of things do you do in practice as far as to get yourself ready for the game in the weight room? And, I even heard from Coach Bartel earlier, you guys get in the ice bath. What kind of things do you like personally for yourself to get into?
To me, it's really just doing whatever the coach asks you to do.
And that's what you want. So 7-on-7, what kind of 7-on-7 have you played against as far as teams? What kind of skills have you seen out there from other teams?
Pretty good skill. Yeah, we played against a lot of good playoff teams. Yeah.
So your first scrimmage, who is that going to be against?
Rockwall. Rockwall Heath.
Rockwall Heath?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Rockwall Heath, okay, that's going to give you a good idea of what you guys have. And then there is another scrimmage, right?
Yes, sir.
And who is that scrimmage going to be against?
Against Arlington Lamar.
Arlington Lamar, they're pretty good. So that would be definitely a good test for you guys. So your first 3 games coming up into the beginning of the season, who else are you guys playing against?
We're playing against, I think the first game is Halton, then Bowie, their name is Forrest.
Now, Halton barely beat you guys last year. That's got to feel like, okay, we can get these guys this year, so let's take care of business. There's a lot of motivation. You're going to play against South, your crosstown rival, Cedar Hill, DeSoto, Duncanville. It's a tough district. What do you have to say for a message for your teammates out there getting ready for a tough district?
Just do whatever the coach asks you to do. They're going to lead us to the promised land.
All right. And thank you, Bakari. This is Matthew Davidson from Friday Night Glory. Davidson from Friday Night Glory, and I'm here with Reggie Williams from Grand Prairie High School. He plays strong safety and free safety. Reggie, coming into this year, what kind of things did you do to get ready for this year?
I woke up early in the morning, come to Some Success every day, every morning. I even came in the afternoon just to get a little more workout in, but I really couldn't do no running, so I just did more lifting to get stronger and just help my team get better.
Now, could you tell us why you couldn't do any running?
Because if we come in the morning and we run and stuff, so in the afternoon the only thing we could do is lift.
Okay. So you can only lift and you come. Okay, so now that you can run, what kind of things are you doing to strengthen your running?
I do I backpedal, then sprint, shuffle, sprint, work on my turn-in, sprint, all those.
So you say you're a headhunter. I've heard it before. I've seen it. You're a great player. You're young. You're only a junior. You've been on varsity since you were a freshman. You got what every coach wants in a player. What motivates you every day to get up and still play football?
God. Because without him, I wouldn't be here right now to do all this that I'm doing. And my mom and my dad, because it wasn't from them, I wouldn't be here either.
Right, and that's great to come from a good family that respects you and really wants you to be here. And you have a lot of teammates that respect you. So today is August. It's a Saturday. A lot of kids don't want to come up here and work on a Saturday. They'd rather be home playing PS4, Xbox. but you're here. You're working hard. You're doing what it takes to get to the next level, and the next level is college. And this year, what do you want to show to scouts?
Show to the scouts that just because I made all district last year, that I can improve to become better, to become the best safety in my class of 2018.
That's awesome. So what team in your district are you looking forward to playing the most, that you just want to get out there and, go get it?
DeSoto and Cedar Hill.
DeSoto and Cedar Hill. Okay, so as far as DeSoto goes, you already know they're talked about all the time. Cedar Hill's talked about all the time. We don't need to expand on that. But whenever you're out there against them, what are you doing? Are you trying to read what they're doing pretty fast, or because they got fast-paced offense?
I'm just see where they come out, see if I can see what they for to do, and just go attack and try to kill them.
Now, as far as on defense, what kind of communication do you have? Would you say you're the leader?
Yes, sir.
So you say you're calling out what you see to players like Bakari and all that. You're trying to let them know what you see, because the coaches can't always talk to you in your ear. So you're definitely one of the coaches on the field, if you will.
Yes, sir. They just tell us the plays, and when I tell them plays, but when I see something different, I try to get in a position to tell them where to go, where the play come in. If it's a run come to our side, I say it's for to come over here. Just try to get to what I see to them.
Right, and do the coaches trust you to let you call an audible on defense?
Yes, sir.
And that's what you want right there. And, guys, I just want to say this is a very respectful player, and we're very thankful to have this interview with him. This is Matthew Davidson with Friday Night Glory. This is Matthew Davidson from Friday Night Glory, and I'm here with the quarterback from Grand Prairie High School, Joe Reyes. Joe, coming into the season, what kind of things did you do to prepare yourself for this year?
Well, me and my team, we've been working hard in off season, even during when no practice, no coaches, we're coming in here, out in the fields, running hills, running passes, 1-on-1, 7-on-7, all kinds of stuff like that.
Now, during the summer, did you go to any camps?
Yes, sir.
What kind of camps did you go to?
I went to D1, D2, NI, AI, and JUCO and all that.
Okay, that's good. So coming into this year, knowing what you got on your schedule, are there any games that you have circled that you're looking forward to playing?
The rivalry game against SGP.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So I know last year you guys didn't beat them, but this year you have a lot of motivation. What kind of things motivate you every day as a player to wake up and come here?
Well, it's been a way better opportunity for me over here. I went over there freshman year. I didn't like it at all, but I came over here. All of them brought me in like family, and we're just like a team now.
So that's cool. So that's what's kind of cool about that is a lot of people don't understand. Grand Prairie, there's about 200,000 people that live here, so there's a lot of transfers, and that's pretty awesome that they took you in like that and they take care of you. You have a great facility here, and you have a great stadium. And we talked with your coach earlier, and he talks really highly of you. I would say on your offense, what kind of weapons are you looking to use?
We have a star running back coming back in, Jordan McGuire. We have some good receivers coming in, Bakari Middleton and Reggie Williams. We have other ones like Leo and Renee. He came from South too, and I'm looking to use all of them each and every game.
All right, so when's your guys' first scrimmage? When can we come see you play?
It'll be Friday in the afternoon at 7 o'clock.
All right, and just for the viewers out there, what number are you going to be wearing so we can keep track of where you're going to be at?
Number 13.
Number 13, that's quarterback Joe Reyes. You guys make sure you look out for him. This is Matthew Davidson from Friday Night Glory. This is Matthew Davidson with Friday Night Glory, and I have Coach Bart Elk from Grand Prairie High School. And Coach, coming into the season, what things are you feeling good about with your practices so far?
Well, I think more than anything, the attitude of the kids and the work ethic. They come in with a good attitude, and I'm looking forward to this bunch because I feel like for the first time we have a skilled player or a really good player at every position, and that hadn't been the case here in the past. Right. But we have a returning quarterback. We got a great receiver, a couple of great running backs. I think we got one of the best linemen in the state in DeMarcus Marshall. We got good defensive linemen. We got a good linebacker, got a good corner, a great safety. So we got guys. We just got to surround them with other good guys and got to play at their level. I think we'll have a real good football team.
That's a lot of good things to build on with continuity and things like that. That's things you need in a team that you're building. And last year, what was your record last year?
Last year we only won 2 games.
Okay.
And we won. Yeah, we had a lot of young guys playing, and went through some tough games. We had 2 games that were called by lightning. We had to come back the next day to finish it, and that's always tough on you. Mm-hmm. So we had some good competitive games. We just got to get over the hump and win a few more.
All right. And then, so the district that you guys are in, can you tell us about the additions as far as schools that are coming in?
Sure. I can tell you, we lost Mansfield and Midlothian, and we moved up north, so we still got the 4 teams in the south, which is South Grand Prairie, Duncanville, Cedar Hill, and DeSoto. Oh, and we added the Irving schools, Irving Nimitz, Irving High, and Irving MacArthur. And so I think we got a good balance of teams. I still think maybe down south they might have a little edge, but I think it's going to be a very competitive district.
And that's good things that you want to hear. And I'll say this, I mean, last year I went to the game. I saw Irving against Grand Prairie, and Grand Prairie beat them by a lot. It was about 50-14, I think. So I think when you see the Irving schools coming in, you're obviously familiar with them, and the players that you have, I would be very confident about that if I were you as well. And I would say things that you could see for the future for this year. What do you want to see out of your players?
Well, just like every coach, they say they want to see kids play with great effort. And we got to play smart. We got to line up right. We got to do the little things, and and play with great effort. And don't make mistakes. Offense, take care of the football. Defense, try to get turnovers. Kicking game's got to be stronger. I'm concerned about our kicking game. We lost a great kicker last year in Juan Correa, but we got two good youngins that are competing for that kicking job. I think we got a good punter. We let our quarterback punt, and we got those 2 kickers that also punt. So we're working on the kicking game really, really hard, because that's where you can get an edge in a lot of games.
So all in all, how many returning starters do you have?
Well, we have 7 returners on offense, and we have 5 returners on defense. So we got a few more veterans on the offensive side, but we got real good players on the defensive side. We're going to have to take some of those offensive guys and work them on defense. We got to have some of the defensive guys work on offense. So that's what we're really concentrating during camp this year, is letting guys learn a position on both sides of the ball. That kind of builds in some depth.
Now, would you explain for the viewers out there how you guys are lucky enough to have an extra set of weeks as far as practice goes in the beginning of the year?
Yeah, that's a decision you make in the spring. You say, I'm going to bypass spring training so I can gain a week in August. So that gives us another week to work with the kids. It also gives us a second scrimmage. So that's good experience for us. We find out there's a lot of, in the summertime, a lot of changes, a lot of kids move for different reasons. Mm-hmm. So we wait till August so we'll have the team that we're going to coach and we're going to play with on Friday nights.
So for the Gopher fans out there, where could they start watching you guys at? When's your first scrimmage?
Our first scrimmage is right here in the Gopher Bowl. We're playing the Rockwall Heath on Friday night, the 12th, and we'll have the JV and the freshmen start at 6 o'clock, and then the varsity follows right after, probably around 7:15. So it'll be a good challenge. The main thing I want to get out of that first scrimmage is let it see how we do competing against other people besides hitting on ourselves, and just getting some competition going, and I'm not really worried about the score. Really, we're not going to keep score. We're just going to run plays. We'll run a quarter. It's a game-like situation, but we're trying to get a lot of reps, get some young guys a chance to play against other people, and give the coaches a chance to look at the video and be able to evaluate them so we got the right players in the right spot.
And that means a lot. And I would also want to ask you, as far as the season coming up, what teams are you playing against? We know what you have in district, but who are you playing before district?
Yeah, we're going to open with Haltom High School here at home. Then we're going to go to Arlington Bowie. And that'll be a good challenge for us because they've always had a great team with a lot of speed. And then we'll come back here and play Garland, Naaman, Forest. And those will be our 3 non-district games. Then we have a bye week to kind of get ourselves healthy if we got some bumps and bruises, and then we'll get ready for district play.
And what can you stress enough to your players as far as conditioning and getting ready for district, being such a fast and talented district?
Well, the thing is, if they're not in shape right now, it's going to be really hard to get them in shape. Right. We had a great summer with our strength and conditioning program, had a lot of kids come out, so we're in pretty good shape right now as far as our conditioning. We can play for quite a while. The guys that missed the summer program, they're a little bit behind, so we're going to have to do a little more extra conditioning for them. So it's time now to learn your position and be ready to play the game because we should be in pretty good shape as far as our strength and our conditioning.
And my last question is, Coach, what are the tips and the ways that you guys beat the heat over here? As far as the 100 degrees.
Yeah, we go in the morning pretty early. We try to get on the field by 7:30. I mean, the last few weeks we've had 80 degrees when we start off, and we take a break in the middle of practice. We go inside, get in the air conditioning, drink a lot of water, have some meetings. Then we go back out and usually concentrate on special teams. And after practice is over, our trainers got 3 or 4 big buckets, big tubs of ice water, and the kids like to jump in there and cool off. And it's a good recovery for them. So we do a great job keeping water in them. The trainers do a great job keeping the hydration up, and so we kind of beat it that way. The big problem we have is coaches get excited and forget to drink. So we come in after practice sometimes, some of our coaches laying around look like they can't take another step. So I got to encourage the coaches, make sure they drink too. And I'm the world's worst. So I got a trainer coming around to giving me water. It's been assigned to make sure I drink a lot of water.
Coach, I'll actually end with this one. So, Coach, tell us how many years you've coached and where you've coached before this.
Well, it's going to take a while. I played at Texas Tech. My first coaching job, I coached the freshman team at Texas Tech in 1975. Now, if you remember, a couple of years after that, the NCAA made the freshmen eligible for varsity, so we didn't have a freshman team. But that was my first coaching job. Then I went to West Texas State, which is now West Texas A&M. Then I went up to El Paso to UTEP. Then I came to UTA in the early 80s when they had football at UTA. Well, they dropped football, so I left the state. I went to Louisiana Tech. I was there 7 years. I went to University of Houston for 5 years, and I went to Louisiana Lafayette for 5 years. That was about 28 years worth, and I've been here 12 years at Grand Prairie High School, starting my 13th year. So you can do the math.
Right.
That's about 41. And you know what I was telling you earlier? I says Sunday night, before the season started, before our practice started, I had butterflies. I couldn't sleep because I was excited about this season. So as long as I feel that way, I'll keep coaching. I'll coach as long as I can. Hopefully be able to see us win a district championship, make the playoffs at Grand Prairie High School, and that's our goal for this year.
And you know that's special. It never gets old, and it's great to hear stories like this coming from Coach Gary Bartel. And it was a great interview. And I'm Matthew Davidson from Friday Night Glory.